When it comes to our known universe, things are not always as they seem. Here's 5 stories where the universe just seems to glitch out. Story number 1 is called Disappearing Restaurant. I still don't know how to explain this, but I will try my best. A friend of mine and I went to a mall called A Plus near our neighborhood to dine. On the top floor, there's a local fast food chain restaurant most people know and eat at it. We sit down, order, eat some chicken and salad, then leave. I also go to the gym in the same mall, and after 2 days when I came back to work out, the place is gone. Not just closed, but turned into another establishment over the course of 48 hours. I asked the employees what happened to the other place, and they look me in the eyes like I am crazy. The guy who owns the place told me he doesn't know what I am talking about, and I need to leave. The name of the place, the signs and furniture, all different. Completely different place that was obviously changed. But no one acknowledges the existence of the place we used to eat at. I asked a couple that was sitting there as well, but they said they don't know what I mean either. I know it could have been bought and renovated, but the fact that no one else is saying anything about it, and that it has happened in 48 hours, or maybe even less, is disturbing. I asked other business owners as well, but no one seems to know anything. I feel so weirded out. What is causing them to hide the truth like this? I don't drink or smoke. I am 20. I could really use some help. So, with this story, it sounds like she had a step into an alternate dimension to me. It sounds like a parallel universe she visited and doesn't quite know why she did. What do you guys think about this one? That's story number 1. Let's move on to story number 2. This story is called Moon Glitch. This was about 8 years ago. I was driving home from work with my sister. We worked together, and it was nighttime. The moon was out, probably nearing full. It was really big. I'm in the passenger seat admiring it when I see a black stripe appear at the top, and I immediately point it out to her. It's actually so startling that we pull over in a parking lot and watch it. We live in Illinois, very flat land. Nothing could even create an illusion like this. No power lines. Nothing could make it make sense. The black stripe grew larger and moved down the moon until it completely covered it, and then it shrunk and moved away. If I knew how to create and post an animation of it, I would. We were in such shock we didn't even think to take out phones. It all happened in maybe 10 minutes. Gives me chills to think about. Now, story number 3. Is there a ring in the air? I don't know what to think about it. Since nearly 2 months, I have been hearing something like a cell phone ringing in the air. 2 times, 2 months apart. Has this happened to anyone else? It's like the sound is a little muffled. The ringtone doesn't sound like my phone at all. I live in a house alone with my baby. I even thought someone was living in my walls. But that's impossible. My house is too small. Is she hearing an alternate dimension? What do we think? Let me know in the comments, guys. Story number 4 is my sister came home. I'd like to start by saying that my parents' house has a long history of sporadic, strange events. A few years ago, when I still lived there, I was hanging with my mom in her bedroom. We heard my sister coming home. See, she had a routine. Park her car, open the steel fence, open and slam the front door, throw her keys into the counter, run into the bathroom, come to my mom's room. We heard it all, even said, "Ugh, your daughter is here." That's what I said, at least. I was always annoyed by the loudness, and we waited. A few minutes went by, and she didn't come in, so I went to take a look. Her dog was waiting, as usual, outside the bathroom. The light was off, and the door was slightly open. I stood there, didn't hear a sound, so I knocked a few times. No answer. I got worried and opened the door, but she wasn't there. I went to the kitchen. Her keys weren't on the counter. I kept walking. The front door was locked. And finally, I went outside. The fence was closed, and no trace of her car. I came back to my mom's room. I don't know how my face looked like, but she immediately asked, "What happened?" I told her, and she called my sister. She was still at work and would be coming home late. The thing is, something similar happened a few weeks ago. My sister now has a daughter, almost 3 years old. They were hanging in the same room and heard my mom coming home. My niece even said, "Grandma," and they waited. My sister did the same as me and called my mom. She hadn't come home. What do you think about that, guys? So, it seems like they both experienced the same kind of glitch about each other. I find that pretty strange. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Story number 5 is called Voice Imitation. Hey everyone, hope all is well. About 2 weeks ago, I was at my parents' house. I left to get food for everyone. When I returned, my mom and dad said something uncanny happened. 10 minutes before I arrived home, there was a voice coming from downstairs. My parents were the only ones home at the time, and they were both upstairs. The voice sounded exactly like me. It said, "Mom, Dad, I'm home." Both of my parents heard it. When they went downstairs, they saw the entire first floor was pitch black and dead silent. No lights were on, TV was shut off, no electronics were turned on. Something imitated my voice. This wasn't the first time. My parents' house is known by my siblings to be haunted. Lots of weird, paranormal stuff has happened in that house over the years. Update. Wow, I'm surprised others have experienced this. There's other instances of voices in my parents' house. One time my sister and her now fiance were staying in a room known to have some weird stuff happen in it. During the night, the fiance wakes up and hears a voice coming from the closet. The voice was shouting, "Help me!" repeatedly. The fiance thought it was my sister, but she was dead asleep. Well, thank you for watching, guys. That's it for the 5 Glitch in the Matrix stories. If you have a story of your own, please leave one in a comment below, and I'd be happy to narrate your glitch story. Like, subscribe. Love you guys.